Okay, so now we'll be starting carbohydrates from veterinary biochemistry. So we'll study very few topics in this lecture. So topics we will study are definition, functions of carbohydrate, and how to draw the structure of carbohydrate. This topic is also very important. These two are important, but we will do this structure, this topic also. This is also very important. Okay, so let us start with introduction. So first we understand the definitions of carbohydrate. So there are two definitions, old definition and new definition. Now if we talk about old definition, then old definition is these are the hydrates of carbon. Simple. Hydrates of carbon is carbon and hydrogen together along with oxygen. So this was the general formula CnH2 and ON and contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. But the new definition says that these are polyhydroxy, aldehyde or ketone and their derivatives. So why did we needed to make new definition when we had the old definition? When we had one definition, why did we make another definition? So it was because of these exceptions. The reason of exceptions. Exceptions: compound following the general formula of carbohydrate but are not carbohydrate. The compound which follow this formula but are not actually carbohydrate. So that is acetic acid, lactic acid. The acetic acid C2H4O2, lactic acid C3H6O3. So these two follow this general formula CnH2 and ON, but these are not carbohydrate. Carbohydrate does not follow general formula but are carbohydrate. Compound which does not follow general formula but are carbohydrate. So ribose, deoxyribose, glucosamine. So these three examples are important. These two examples are important along with their formula. So we have to learn these. Okay. Now carbohydrates are given the name which end with suffix "ose": glucose, fructose, mannose, galactose. Okay. Now sugars. Sugar are simple carbohydrates called sugars, mostly soluble in water, crystalline and sweet in taste. So these are called sugars. So monosaccharide and oligosaccharide. Monosaccharide, I think so all monosaccharides are sugars. I have not read that, so I am confused in that point. Okay. Now biological functions of carbohydrate. So if you talk about biological functions of carbohydrate, firstly they are the major source of energy. Now what will happen in human body or in plant body also and in animal body? So starch in plant body and glycogen in animal body. So these two will be converted into glucose. Glucose will then be converted into carbon dioxide and water. Now when the glucose will be converted into carbon dioxide and water, then in this process NADH or DPH is produced, which is further converted into energy. So major source of energy is produced. Okay. Next, first was major source of energy, second is structural component of cell. So structural component of cell, for example cellulose, hemicellulose in plants, chitin, hyaluronic acid and chondroitin sulfates in animals. So this you have to learn, no issues with that. Third, acts as reserve food. So glycogen is a storage polysaccharide in animal cells. Okay. Now glucose is most common carbohydrate of human and mammalian blood. Glucose concentration in blood of cow is 45 to 75 milligram per 100 ml. This point is also important. The most abundant carbohydrate is cellulose. Important. Chief carbohydrate food of humans is starch. Now cane sugar is called sucrose. No issues. I have just written this point because I tend to forget this point. That is why. Now glucose, main carbohydrate utilized by body tissues. Now glucose sent to liver to convert into glycogen. Glycogen helps in maintaining the blood glucose level. How? When the glucose level will fall, then this glycogen will be broken down into glucose again and then it will be released in blood. Now blood glucose direct for food for brain tissue. So this point is also important. Now this is the diagram of a mammary gland. So this is mammary gland. This is blood vessel and these dots which are shown, these are flowing glucose in the blood vessel. Now these lines shows that the glucose being removed from the blood by mammary gland. Mammary gland directly remove glucose from blood. Why? It is shown in this diagram. So the glucose will be removed from the flowing blood by the mammary gland through the blood vessel wall. Now glucose will be converted into galactose. Then galactose mammary gland will add one molecule of glucose again. Then it will form lactose. Lactose is a milk sugar. So that is why mammary gland directly remove glucose from flowing blood vessels. Flowing blood in the blood vessels. Okay. Now more than 50% of body energy is derived from oxidation of glucose. Important. Okay. Now excess glucose is converted into fat and stored in fat deposit, that is in the form of fat droplet in the fat deposit, that is adipose tissue. Okay. Now carbohydrate play an important key role in metabolism of amino acid and fatty acid. This will be taught in other lectures when we will study metabolism of amino acid, fatty acid, etc, etc, etc. Okay. So now classification, we will not study this here, but we will study this. So we have just studied this point. For 4 classes of carbohydrate: monosaccharide, disaccharide, oligosaccharide, polysaccharide. Okay. This is another lecture. Okay. This will be another lecture. I have not made notes for it yet, but okay. So how to draw the structures of carbohydrates. So for example, we take the example of no, not here. This was written wrong from here. We took the example of glucose. Now glucose formula is C6H12O6, and glucose is an aldose sugar. What is the meaning of aldose sugar? Their sugars are of two types, aldose and ketose. If it is an aldehyde group, or we can easily say if the carbonyl oxygen or the functional group is at the first carbon, then it is an aldose sugar. If it is at any other position except first, then it is a ketose sugar. So since carbonyl oxygen or carbo or functional group CHO is present at the first carbon, so that is why it is an aldose sugar. Okay, now this is the structure of glucose. Okay, so in structure of glucose, what is important to learn is that, see, let me take a copy and pen, then I will draw and explain it to you. So wait for a few seconds. Okay, so I am back. So let me explain it to you. Let me take out some pages. My laptop is not working properly, so I will not be able to edit. So that is why I have to record continuously. Okay, so suppose that we take the example of glucose C6H12O6. We take the example of glucose. So the glucose, see, it is an aldose sugar, so this will be here at the first carbon. So how to draw this? See, there are two types of structures. First is Fisher formula, Fisher structure. Second is Haworth structure. Fisher structure and Haworth structure. So first we will learn how to draw Fisher structure, then we will learn how to draw Haworth structure. So if we talk about Fisher structure, then what we'll do, so forget this, we'll do like this. We'll it is a 6 carbon, so we'll make a 6 carbon open chain. Okay, I made 7, my bad. Okay, so we made here 6 carbon chain. Okay, now what we will do, what we have to do is, first we will add the carbonyl group here, aldehyde group here, carbonyl oxygen. Okay, now we'll draw these bonds. Okay, so last one is CH2OH. This we have to learn. Last one is CH2OH. Now it will be like this: OH, H, OH, OH, H, OH, H, H. Okay, so why is this like this? Why is it like this? That this OH is at the right side, then H is at the right side, this OH is at the left side, then right, then right. Why is it like this? It is necessary, or these positions of hydroxyl ions and hydrogen ion are the indicative of the biological properties of that particular sugar molecule. Okay, so if we talk about glucose, then what will happen here? If we talk about glucose especially, then what will happen here is that the mnemonic for glucose is right, left, right, 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 left, right, right. So in this manner, these are the position of OH position. Okay, so these are position for OH: right, left, right, 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 left, right, right. So we have to learn for mature sugars. These are not random. These positions are not random. These are indicative of the biological properties of the sugar molecule. So you have to learn these for common sugar like glucose, galactose, mannose, fructose, triose, altrose, glucose. For these 5-10 common sugars you have to learn. Okay, I have only learned for glucose till now, but I will learn more. Okay, since I am learning now. So this is called Fisher or open chain structure. Okay, now what will happen? You have seen something like this. There it is written alpha D glucose. somewhere they write in the books that alpha D glucose. They write like something like this, alpha D glucose. What is the meaning of this alpha? What is the meaning of this D? So first we will see if it over Hayward structure for a bit, for a while, then you have seen some structures of carbohydrate like this. Okay, you have seen some structures of carbohydrate. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is 6. So what happens here is that this oxygen here, this oxygen here, see, if we remove this oxygen here, then first one is directly interacting with 5. If you remove the oxygen here, then first one is directly interacting with 5. So what I'm trying to explain here is that uh, we write here the reaction between first and fifth. So I used to think that why only fifth, not fourth, not sixth, why only fifth? So because of the fact that if we remove this oxygen from here, then this first is in direct contact with fifth. So that is why we take only fifth one. So what will happen? This is more electronegative to negative charge, electropositive, positive charge. Then if you talk about fifth one, then it is electropositive and electronegative. We don't have to go into the details of physical chemistry of 11th and 12th class, but we just have to know this. More electronegative, negative charge. More electropositive, positive charge. Or less electronegative. Then less electronegative, more electronegative. What will happen? This oxygen will interact with this hydrogen, and this carbon will interact with this oxygen. Okay, negative positive, positive negative, these will interact. Why fifth? Because I explained here, if you remove this oxygen from there, then first and fifth are in direct contact in Hayward structure. So that is why we do this. Now what will happen? We will draw this again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now what will happen? Let me draw other H, OH, H2OH, H, OH, H, and H. So what will happen here? It will become OH. Here it will become OH. Why will it become OH? Because this hydrogen will combine with this oxygen. Now this carbon, we will draw one oxygen here and we will show it like this, and this H here. Okay. So this oxygen is combined with this carbon, and this is the way of representing. There's nothing special. This is the way of representing. Okay. So this is the way of representing. Okay. So oxygen, carbon. Okay. So now we will try to draw the Hayward structure from this formula. So this is called the Fischer structure or open chain structure. Now we will make the Hayward or cyclic structure. Before that, we will try and understand what is the meaning of this alpha, what is the meaning of this beta, D, glucose, what is the meaning of these two terms. Okay, so if we talk about alpha D glucose and beta D glucose, alpha means that this first hydroxyl is on the right side, so that is it is alpha. If it had been on the left side, it would be beta. Okay, so that is the meaning of alpha and beta. We will understand D and L. So I have written very nicely here D and L, meaning of D and L. So see, why D form? So we say here D glucose, alpha D. I wrote here alpha D glucose. Why only D glucose? Only D glucose. So what is the meaning of D and L? D means dextrorotatory, L means levorotatory. So dextrorotatory, here the chiral carbon, which is the farthest from the carbonyl carbon, it is on the right side. Okay. Let's try to understand this. So what is chiral carbon? Chiral carbon is a carbon which is attached to all different groups. For example, R, OH, H, and X. So one carbon is attached to one carbon attached to 4 different groups or compounds or molecule or atoms. So that is why it is called chiral carbon. So it has 4 chiral carbon. This is a 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 chiral carbon. Why? Because it is attached to OH here, then CHO. There's carbon here and hydrogen. So this is why it is these 4 are chiral कार्बन. ये 4 है chiral कार्बन हमारे. क्यों है chiral कार्बन? क्योंकि ये कार्बन ऊपर CHO से जुड़ा है, ओके. सो ये सेकंड वाले का अगर हम बात करें तो chiral कार्बन है. क्यों है? क्योंकि ये कार्बन अलग अलग सारे ग्रुप से जुड़ा हुआ है, इसलिए chiral कार्बन है. तो डी फॉर्म का क्या मतलब होता है? डी और एल फॉर्म का. इसमें हम देखते हैं chiral कार्बन जो कि इस फंक्शनल ग्रुप वाले कार्बन से सबसे दूर है, उसमें OH किस साइड है? अगर ये फंक्शन ग्रुप वाला कार्बन है CHO और इससे ये वाला कार्बन सबसे दूर है, तो इसमें OH किस साइड है? अगर राइट साइड है या लेफ्ट साइड है? सो अगर वो राइट साइड है तो है डी फॉर्म, राइट साइड है तो वो है डी फॉर्म, और लेफ्ट साइड है तो वो है एल फॉर्म. ओके, तो ये होता है डी एन एल फॉर्म, इसका अल्फा और बीटा. सो अब बनाते हैं हैवर्ड स्ट्रक्चर. तो हम क्या करेंगे? दो टाइप के हैवर्ड स्ट्रक्चर होते हैं. एक होता है पायरेनोज रिंग और एक होता है फ्यूरेनोज रिंग. पायरेनोज रिंग एंड फ्यूरेनोज रिंग. पायरेनोज रिंग की बात करते हैं तो कुछ ऐसा होता है. और फ्यूरानोज रिंग की बात करते हैं तो कुछ ऐसा होता है, ठीक है। तो पायरानोज रिंग बनाते हैं सबसे पहले, क्योंकि हम ग्लूकोज जैसे पढ़ रहे हैं तो इसमें 6 कार्बन है, तो हम पायरानोज रिंग का सीखेंगे, हमें पायरानोज रिंग का ही सीखना है वैसे। तो हम क्या करेंगे, व्हाट वी विल डू इज, so we will draw just basic structure like this hexagon, okay, then we will draw these lines, okay. Now what we will do here is we number them 1 2 3 4 5 and CH2OH, this one is 6th, okay. Now how to know that which OH will come which side, that कौन सा OH ये ऊपर आएगा, ये नीचे आएगा, ये ऊपर आएगा, नीचे, किस तरीके से पता चलेगा, क्योंकि हमें नहीं मालूम पड़ता है ये चीज़, है ना, we don't know that. So what we will do here is what we'll do here is, यहाँ पे इस स्ट्रक्चर से, इस स्ट्रक्चर में जो भी एटम लेफ्ट साइड में है वो तो ऊपर की तरफ आएंगे, और जो राइट साइड में नीचे की तरफ आएंगे. दिस इज अ सिंपल ट्रिक, ओके. सो इफ यू टॉक हेयर देन इट इज HHOH. ओके, सो लेट मी ड्रॉ इट. अच्छा, देयर इज वन मोर पॉइंट इन हेयर बट वी विल डिस्कस इट नाउ. तो HHOH. Okay, HHOH, and this fifth one H or whatever group is there, it will come below. And now OH, H. So it is as simple as that. जो भी फिशर फॉर्मूले में OH मतलब सॉरी H OH H OH OH H2OH H OH H. How I learned this? Right, left, right, RLRR for OH group. So यहाँ पे जो भी लेफ्ट साइड में है उसको तो हम यहाँ ऊपर लिख देंगे, और जो भी राइट साइड में है उसको हम लिख देंगे नीचे. ठीक है, दिस इज एज सिंपल एज दैट. थैंक यू.